which is invalid. So, oh God! All right, let's do a sneak peek. Let's do a little sneak peek of what you guys will be dealing with here. All right, you guys ready for a sneak peek of what you guys will be dealing with? Okay. You want to see something? Here it is. We'll get you here. I'll make this. I'll make this. Uh oh. I can't. Hold on. There we go. I don't want to give it away just yet. I don't want to make it too obvious. Okay. But let's just say it'll be pretty obvious. Okay. You ready? All right, we're going to zoom in. There we go. Perfect. Sneak peek. Sneak peek. Sneak peek. Sneak peek. I've got everybody's favorite leftist. I was told he was a leftist on Twitter, so obviously he must be. We've got Tim Pool. You know what, though? Because of how this works, I'm going to have to... Let's go on over to the other side, huh? Let's go on over to the other side. We'll go over here. All right? You guys coming with? You guys going to come with? All right. Let's do this. I'll put me over here. Okay. Oh, a little bit more, I guess. A little bit more, I guess. And I'll bring you guys with me, okay? I'm not going to leave you over there with Tim. I am not going to leave you over there with Tim. Okay? You can come with me. And where's the alert box? Alert box, you can go right up there, okay? All right. You guys can be over here. I wouldn't dare. Okay? And then you want me to look at the screen? You want me to mirror this? Wow. That is like next level stuff here, okay? That's like next level stuff. There you go. There you go. You like that right there? So I'm looking at it? Is that close enough? Here, I'll do this. There we go. All right. Okay. So we've got Tim Pool. White people no longer support Black Lives Matter as riots cause massive spike in anger. Okay.
Civ IQ polling data. Something.
What?
According to Civ IQ polling data, something happened in the past couple of weeks that has triggered a major upheaval for the Black Lives Matter movement, resulting in people who normally had no opinion on the matter now opposing Black Lives Matter. And not only that.
Leftist. This guy's a leftist. Twitter told me. That's true. It's a true fact. Mythicist Milwaukee, idiots, said that Tim Pool is a leftist. I know.
That support is on the decline. I can't imagine. Actually, I can. I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably the 55 days of rioting in Portland, and I think we are seeing hard data that proves Trump is right. Going in with law enforcement, he is winning this. They've been...
Leftist Tim Pool. Trump is right. Going in with military ordnance on the citizenry is the right move. God, this guy's commune would be fucking wild. I think Tim Pool's... Sarah's here. You guys want to say hi to Sarah?
Hi. It's just my hand, because I'm not getting on camera. Anyway, I was just letting you know I'm done with Destiny.
I saw.
Okay.
What do you want from me? I got way too much more going on here.
Yeah, no, continue.
There's nothing I can do for you.
I don't want you to sidebar too hard, because then I have to cut around it. So anyway.
Well, then why would you interrupt me in the first place? Very odd.
Anyway.
How odd.
After
Oh, and then she continues to talk. I love you too. You're magical.
Been doing this since July 4th, and support for Black Lives Matter has been going slightly down, but opposition has been skyrocketing. I think the violence is triggering people who normally didn't care into opposing it directly. And get this, Donald Trump's big play is to win the suburbs. And white people no longer support Black Lives Matter in the majority.
What? Who are they polling? I don't know. Civics polls go. It says 130,000 responses. Yeah, maybe that's a pretty good one. That's a Charlottesville rally. Breonna Taylor. Yeah. I mean, if you look here, people who opposed it are pretty low comparatively. It's just since just a little bit they started, like, this is their highest support of all time. I don't really. This is not what this graph showed. A gradual increase and then a spike, George Floyd, and then it tapered back off to 50%. Do you not know how to read graphs? If you look at this graph, it says neither supported nor opposed. These people who are ambivalent went, I guess fuck them. I guess fuck black people. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't lose a lot of support at all. You lost like a little bit chunk. If you don't support Black Lives Matter at this point, you're just fucking a bad person. Like, that's just what it is. You're just a bad person. And that's okay. You get to be a bad person. That's the freedom of it. You can be a bad person. But when one of your neighbors in your community is like, I'm hurt. And you have things that will help me not hurt anymore. And you choose to not help them? It's not even a resource. It's not like, well, I need this for my family. I need medicine to make sure that my family's... No, it's literally just help them up. It's not a resource. Help them up. It's more kind words in solidarity. It's not a resource. It's not finite. A member of your community is hurt. And you refuse to acknowledge and validate that pain. That's on you. That makes you a bad person. If you're comfortable with that, go for it. If you're comfortable with that, fine. But acknowledge. You're bad. You're a bad person. You're arguably racist. At minimum, you're complicit in racism, obviously. And you need to listen more. I don't know why people just fucking... There's a combination of reasons. I do get it to some extent. When someone says, you're racist, you shut off. You're like, I'm not racist. I can't be. Yeah, you can. How many times have you and your white friends, like, snuck in an N-word a time or two? You know what I'm saying? How many times have you been complicit in racist talk? Like, oh, I bet that guy steals stuff, or whatever the fuck racists say about black guys. You know what I'm saying? The Michelle Obama rhetoric. Like, oh, she looks like a fucking gorilla because she's a fit black woman. What? Who can step on me if she wants to? Like, what the fuck? Even though she'd probably drone strike me first. Get it? Liberal? But, yeah. It's these guys are just like fucking dog shit. And Tim Pool is fucking so excited that white people don't like black people. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. You kidding me? This gets Tim off. Not because no one else will, because no one will touch him. It's not his fault that no one will date him, but it's everybody else's.
No joke. First, let me show you this data and break down. Let's just break this story down. People are these companies, these brands are making very serious mistakes. But first and foremost, from CivIQ, as of the 21st.
Why are you calling it CivIQ? It's clearly civics. It's clearly civics. Look at this. What am I taking crazy pills? It's clearly civics. It's like in the 2000s when things had Z's and X's all over the place. You didn't know why. It's the same shit. God, stupid.
50% of those polled support Black Lives Matter. Now that's fine, and I think that makes sense. We can see that after the death of George Floyd, there was a major spike in support for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, about 8%.
And opposition went down. However, of those who neither support nor oppose, it has dropped off dramatically. And opposition has skyrocketed from a low point of 27 up to a high of 35.
8%. 8%.
Higher than it's been in quite some time. However, back in September, opposition was actually a bit higher in the 40s. So I look at this and I say, what could have possibly happened?
Did you say back in September? No, this was Charlottesville.
To make people oppose Black Lives Matter. So
yes, the trend is down. He doesn't know how to deal with statistics. The trend is down, and then there's a weird spike. As soon as George Floyd got killed, look at that. They're like, fuck black people. I don't like black people. That definitely, I'm glad he died. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're so stupid. How can you... The 8% increase is 8% lower than its high point. It literally, look, George Floyd gets killed. Black Lives Matter starts doing stuff, and they're like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like black people using their First and Second Amendments. Rah! And then they go into their racist tirades. But even so, look at that. You're losing people from this. You lost a lot of people from here. From this orange line. Unsure has been about 2% the whole time. These guys have dropped off and obviously added to here. Where's this extra support coming from? Probably people that used to oppose it. Fucking weird. This is September 2017, yeah.
So much? Well, the major swing occurred around the beginning of June. The riots. That's right.
That's right. That's right. The riots. That's right. The riots. The major swing of support? Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. The major swing of support. Wait. And it's dropped 2%? Basically? What? It went both ways? That's a weird way to read that fucking information.
Rioting swept the nation, and all of a sudden, opposition started skyrocketing.
No, motherfucker! It was literally the initial response to George Floyd, which weren't fucking riots right away. They didn't riot right away. They literally just walked in the streets. And we had cops fucking, walking with them and faking it and then shooting fucking tear gas at them.
Now, to be fair, support only went down a little bit from a peak of 53% to 50%. But those who are not engaged are now engaged. Ladies and gentlemen, the silent majority. No, not really. It's actually still the minority.
His brain can't work. His brain doesn't work.
But the silent, uninitiated, apolitical individuals who got a taste of the looting and riots and vandalism all of a sudden got activated and said, whoa, what's happening in my country? I don't like it.
No! Literally, they siphoned it from this orange line. Look at this. This opposition doesn't go to unsure. Okay? It doesn't go to neither support. It dips down. And then this increases at almost the same exact rate, dude. Just look at it. Look upon the data. Thank you, IFJ. By the way, we've unlocked another hype train if you want to go that route. If you want to try to get this Pope thing going on, now's the time. It just cooled down. I mean, just look at the data, dude. It's against you. It's against you.
Before the riots, they said, yeah, well, actually, there was still some rioting going on, but it really peaked at the beginning of June, and people just got really angry. But here's the most fascinating takeaway from this.
Here's the fascinating
takeaway. When we look at who supports it, young people overwhelmingly do.
Yeah.
35 to 49, 52%.
Yeah, are we surprised? You get more racist as you get older.
We have a plurality of 50 to 64 at 44%, 41 opposing, but 14 saying meh, neither support nor oppose.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. This is the plus or minus that you'd expect. This isn't significant.
What you got to understand about
Wait, why did you say that was a big thing? What do you mean? What I had to understand? You don't seem to know how to parse this at all.
Neither support nor oppose is that it is not unsure. People who are unsure are like, I don't know. People who neither support nor oppose are the ones saying, they do some good things, they do some bad things. Now all of a sudden they're saying they do bad things.
Not really. I mean, kind of, but some of these people are in here, and it's half of people. They're losing support. Clearly, they're gaining support. I don't know. I don't fuck. He can't even live in the same fucking reality, dude.
That group you can see the swing. You can see where it's coming from. Check this out.
White old people.
Republicans overwhelmingly oppose. 7%.
Wow. Fucking wow. So super surprised.
Of Republicans support Black Lives Matter. That's kind of obvious. But here's what I find truly fascinating. For racial breakdowns, Black or African American, 89% support. 65% of Hispanic and Latino, 65% support. And other, 59% support.
Yeah.
I love being lumped in with other. But anyway.
And white, 43% oppose. Yeah. None of this is surprising. Why does he think this is surprising? We've been talking about this for years. Literally everyone in this chat is like, yep, that sounds about right. It's pretty much the split I had in my head.
The white demographic opposes Black Lives Matter. Check this out.
Are you surprised?
Around I believe it was the 2nd of July, we started seeing opposition surpass support. And it's still going up. Among white people, they oppose Black Lives Matter. Now, it's fairly split, to be fair. 41%, 43 opposed, but at this point, the opposition has reclaimed it. Back in May, white people opposed Black Lives Matter. Now they once again oppose it.
Look at the trend, Tim. Look all the way over here. They have lost. And now you're like, oh, well. And now you're pretty sure this is performative wokeness right here. Here's some performative woke people. You're liberals, right? And we lost, there's a few people that you convert in that spike. And you started tapering off. And this is about what you'd expect. In fact, this is a good fucking number. 43% of white people 41% of white people are in support of tearing down the power lattice that holds us in power. 41%. Thanks, Obi-Wan. Appreciate it. Like, come on.
I believe this is a big part of Donald Trump's strategy as to why he is carrying out Operation Diligent Valor and Operation Legend. Now, what we're seeing is people confusing the two.
Diligent Valor.
They're not the same thing. Let's break this down. I bring you now to NBC News. The Republicans' silence on what's happening in Portland is jarring. First.
Okay, leftist. This guy's a leftist. Tim Pool, leftist. Remember?
First read is your briefing from Meet the Press and NBC political unit, blah, blah, blah. We get it, you're biased. Tom Cotton was not silent, and it is not jarring. He literally said these are insurrectionists akin to those who were trying to attack Fort Sumter in the Civil War. So, yeah, Republican silence, nah, not so much.
He called American citizens displaying their First Amendment right akin to enemy soldiers in the Civil War attacking a fort. That's what your Republican Congress people are doing.
And how about this from Rand Paul? It's time to demilitarize the police.
I can't believe a libertarian would say that the police are having a monopoly on violence is bad. Wow.
Okay? Rand Paul is not being silent. The Republicans are speaking up. However,
baby bird. Caw.
Rand Paul does not agree with you in that scenario. He wants to demilitarize the police, unless that is a terribly mistitled article. Rand Paul sucks, by the way. Solias, thanks for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate you.
I'm sorry you're wrong. Well, I want to talk more about this in the next segment coming up in a few minutes. But I want to point out, Trump knows what's happening, okay? When it comes to Black Lives Matter, when it comes to the riots, he has seen how people have reacted.
Does he?
And Donald Trump wants to win back the suburbs. I mentioned this before, but I'll say it now for the context in this segment. Trump lost, I believe it was 31 suburban districts to Democrats in 2018. He wants to make sure he wins. He wants to make sure that people,
baby bird.
Neumi, thank you for the Prime.
people who live in these areas support him. So what is he doing? Giving them exactly what they want. Do the people in these places want Black Lives Matter riots and defund the police and abolish the police riots? No, they don't. As we can see from the CivIQ data.
CivIQ, which is clearly just civics. It's civics. It's just civics.
Ever since the riots started getting worse and worse at the end of May, opposition to Black Lives Matter among white people has just gone way up.
It hasn't gone way up. It's lower than its peak. It just had a weird spike because crazy shit happened in the country. You have COVID and George Floyd and all these things happening. And you had some performative wokeness happen from liberals, and then they bailed out. Yes, that is exciting. You would expect this to be much closer to the initial report of over 50% of white people oppose it. Like, come on, and under 30% are for it. The fact that we're in a fucking deadlock is amazing.
And among all groups, it still has gone, opposition has increased as well. Again, opposition among all groups has...
How can you look at that from June to July and go, wow, this is a trend? I hate.
Gone up. The reason why this is important, and it's not just showing white voters, is that the growth of opposition is the same growth, be it white or all. But the amount that oppose it is greater, percentage-wise, among white voters. I'm sorry, among white people in general. This means Donald Trump is seeing that law and order is his path towards victory. He's going to maintain that law and order. He's going to protect your neighborhoods. He's going to send in law enforcement. This is what people want. I'll say it, man. A lot of Trump personalities called it when they said, look, send in the feds. It's the right move. You might think the media is playing this narrative that's going to... Look at this. The Republican silence is jarring. How many stories did we get? Are we still getting? Where the media is saying, like, unidentified stormtroopers, blah, blah, blah. How many? We've been getting inundated with them for the past week or longer.
What you're doing when you sick the federal fucking government on citizens is make them distrust the people in charge of the federal government. Just because it's Portland, they think, well, it's already blue. Seriously, this is not a good idea for you. It's not.
Yet opposition is still going up. It may have ticked down just a little bit, to be fair, but it's been going up consistently over the past month.
It's been going down consistently over the past 3 years.
Past couple of months, even with the press saying peaceful protester over and over and over again.
I feel
peaceful
absolutely insane.
Protester is not working. I bring you now to the biggest absurdity of it all.
Okay. The biggest absurdity is the Boston Red Sox.
Boston Red Sox unveil 250-foot Black Lives Matter billboard next to Fenway Park. Now,
Okay, what's absurd about? What's absurd about this?
to be fair, it's a smart play, I guess. First, do most people support Black Lives Matter? As of right now, 50% do. So, no. Well, there's a plurality, but not most because they only have half. If they had 51, I'd say most, but it's fair to say for the most part, just almost most.
I hate him. This is the guy. I hate this guy's personality. Does anybody like Tim Pool? Do you think anybody likes to spend time with Tim Pool? It just doesn't make any sense.
But they have the plurality. They have the biggest among most people.
Okay.
The biggest among Americans, more support than opposition.
He's just stretching it out to 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes and 59 seconds. Just come on.
My question then is, what is the market demographic for the Boston Red Sox? Is it going to be a plurality of minorities? Is it going to be liberals, conservatives, young people, old people?
It's going to be racist Bostonites usually.
I'd be willing to bet the play is a smart bet because it is fair to point out there's more people who like Black Lives Matter than oppose it. But I also think when it comes to, a lot of these big plays by big corporations, they're not paying attention to what politically active and uninitiated people are paying attention to. So the point is, as they entertain more and more of the Black Lives Matter narrative, they run the risk of actually destroying a large portion of their market share because the opposition is so great.
Okay. Can we talk about this? Okay. We talked about propaganda earlier, right? Boston Red Sox putting Black Lives Matter billboard on the side. Technically propaganda, which I'm fine with. Propaganda works both ways all the time. Fucking not me, us is propaganda. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a little hot in here. Like these things, propaganda goes in every way. Anything that goes like, you know what? I need to touch on my empathy or whatever. This is propaganda. It's whatever. Here's the thing. It fucking works. What do you mean market shares of the Boston fucking Red Sox, dude? Does he have any idea how diehard Boston Red Sox fans are? And how few of them are going to, just passively over time, if every single day you stopped hearing about Coca-Cola and you started hearing about RC Cola. Like if RC Cola got a $4 trillion budget increase over their fucking ad space and Coca-Cola just decided to take 3 years off, you would start drinking more RC Cola. You would. And it's just, he has this idea that consumers, and I think this is a Republican right-wing idea, and it's so strange. Consumers know what they want, and consumers are informed about all their decisions. No! What are you talking about? Anybody who's been to any fucking marketing class ever at any level whatsoever is like, hey, people are super fucking manipulatable, and you could get them to buy pretty much whatever you want as long as you don't overwhelm them and as long as you don't alienate them, right? So initially what you're seeing here is, support for Black Lives Matter. And you go like, I'm alienated, blah, blah, blah. And then you have a few people that are like, I'm alienated because I'm not black, all lives matter, I'm racist, right? And then you have the rest of those people that are just going to like, whatever. And then there's people that support. What you're going to see is slowly, over time, a zeitgeist shift. I know, it happens all the time. Gay marriage is a great example of this. Gay marriage is a fantastic example of this. Pride in general, beautiful. Beautiful. Now you got Republicans going, I don't care about the gays. Fuck them. They can do whatever they want. Get married. Be unhappy like the rest of us is usually their way of maintaining I'm not gay in the face of supporting gay people. It's the same shit that's going to happen. It's going to be like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, and we're going to do some stuff, and, then it's good to go. It's literally this, it's just going to work. It's already, the zeitgeist has shifted. You lost, Tim. You lost. Thankfully, because the members of our community that happen to be black needed you to fucking lose. They needed you to lose. Tim is so stupid.
What I mean to say is that many people probably didn't support or oppose or were unsure, 15% based on all people. So when big brands were propping up Black Lives Matter at a time when their support was overwhelming or people just didn't care, it was a safe bet. But as opposition keeps growing, it's going to become a bigger business risk to start embracing this ideology. I don't know if we will see them back off from it.
No, it isn't. It's just as successful as Pride. Literally just as successful. This is exactly how it worked. And sadly, Pride didn't have this big like watershed moment, right? You could say that like Stonewall or Harvey Milk or something, but it really wasn't, right? It was a long drawn out process. And not to say that I'm saying Pride specifically, not the gay rights movement, which are two different things. Using Pride as like the rainbow flag and using the concept of Pride parades, normalizing behaviors, and making sure that people come out and getting rainbow capitalism. Once capitalism digs its teeth into your movement to start extracting capital from the rest of the working class, you won. And Black Lives Matter has had its fucking blood sucked out by capitalism recently. Are you kidding me? Next Black History Month? Oh, man. I mean, I don't know how you can look at this trend and go, yeah, that's it. That's it for the blacks. Nobody fucking supports them. Even the most cynical capitalists must look at this and be like, yeah, that's a win. That's a win. We got to move on to the next fight. We're losing this. We lost this. You literally lost. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say other than this is a loss. You're just screaming and you're digging your fingernails into the last-ditch effort. It's not working.
I think it's actually fair to say they might actually start backing away once they realize something simple. Let me show you this. When support for Black Lives Matter was at 53%, opposition was at 27%, and neither support nor oppose was 18%, it was a pretty safe bet to say, we're going to make money if we go this route.
That is within the margin of error. And not to mention sports. LeBron James, and I know not everybody likes sports, but LeBron James played his first professional basketball game in like 150 days, 160 days or something like that, since the NBA season got canceled and postponed. The first thing out of his fucking mouth after he played a hell of a game was justice for Breonna Taylor. Like, what? No! It's part of the fucking fabric now. It's part of it. Black Lives Matter won. Thankfully. It won. It's part of us now. And it's going to be part of us for the foreseeable. Which is a good thing. We're going to treat people better down the line. It's going to lead to a lot of things that need to happen. A lot of things that need to change.
But now that opposition is climbing, they're probably going to start looking at it saying, listen, it's a bad marketing move because now we're going to lose 35% of our potential sales. That's a substantial amount of money. Of course, they could have lost 27 before. The risk is the amount of people that oppose Black Lives Matter has been growing consistently over the past few months. At a certain point, brands will have to recognize it's bad for business. I'm not saying this to say I am, whatever. I'm not saying this in support or opposition to. I'm just pointing out big brands will have to start contending with the rise in opposition.
I'm not saying this in support or opposition to, but I absolutely support opposing Black Lives Matter.
And I do not believe they will maintain their support, just even if they have the majority.
He's such a fucking... Yes, you are a cowardly fuck. Yeah, of course he is. Total coward. Total fucking coward.
If they have 50% of the customers saying, I like it, and 35% saying, I don't, they will lose enough money to say, if we say nothing, we sell to everyone.
Motherfucker! This is 35% opposition. Okay, now we gotta go to fucking civics. Jesus Christ. Now I gotta do it. Now I gotta go there and look at the actual... Look at this shit. Okay, come on. Now I'm here. Tim Pool's gone. Tim is gone. Look at the age. The age of people that do not support this are 65 plus. Okay? These people are dying to COVID and just dying in general. The boomers die, and suddenly you have overwhelming support. That's just this. 57% of women are like, you know what? I identify with this. Yeah. 89% of Democrats. Only 75% of Republicans oppose. Only 75%. And I bet these people are just too much bitches, just like Tim Pool, to go, I have a stance. Independents, 47%. White, 43%. Only 41%, which means the majority of people, easy, obviously, over here, agree. Look at these. Look at these obvious splits. Obvious split. Yup. So much whiteness here. So much whiteness. Now, how's Massachusetts? Oh, 67%. I think Boston... I think the Boston Red Sox might be doing okay. I think maybe they've done their market research, Tim. You think maybe they're going to be fucking fine? 67% of people in Boston support? You think? Can't believe it's only 49% in Michigan, to be totally honest. We have a huge black population. But our white people are stupid, so that's fine. Like, how do you just fucking not look at this? What's net support? Oh yeah, 14% net support. Whoops. It's not even close, dude. It's not even close. Look at this. Yep, all the states that you'd think. All the states that you'd think. Wyoming being the worst and very fucking white. Like, come on. Like, look at any other fucking data point. Just literally look at it. Specifically this one right fucking here. Look at this. These guys gotta fucking go. Once these guys go, 10 years from now, dude. 10 years. 10 years is what this is gonna take. We're gonna have a good fucking world. Look at this. It's just gonna get better and better. Read. Just learn to read. Learn to fucking read, Tim. God, so fucking stupid. He's just so stupid.